It's almost day. Come on, go away. Get away. Leave me alone. Alone. Go away. Thank you. Please leave. Leave me be. Get back. Get away. I have a knife. I have a knife. Why aren't you on fire yet? Holy freaking XP. Okay, I'll take it. I don't believe you... Pretty sure there's no enchanting or like magic or anything in this, so I think the levels only make it so that you need less food. I think. I'm honestly not sure. I need to spend a lot more time looking at the wiki. Anyway, hello and welcome. I'm Mar28, and this is episode 2 of my playthrough of TerraFirmaCraft. If I can stumble through my tongue, we'll be doing good today. Anyway, so between last episode and this one, I've done a bit of exploring. Just to give you an idea, if we look at the map here, this is all the area that I've wandered around, and a very large portion here to the southeast that eventually went south. I did the vast majority of that southeast stuff on a live stream yesterday. I was on for about an hour, had a pretty fun time, and amazingly enough, I was amazed when somebody actually ended up watching for a little bit. They gave me a few pointers that I'm going to try to take to heed, but one of them was that it would be easier on me in general for like growing crops and stuff if I actually moved towards the equator, which should be z equals 0. However, if we go ahead and pull this up right now, I am about 10,000 blocks away from that point. That would be a heck of a walk to get there, and I'm in no shape to do that right now. So what I'm thinking is I will put that down as a goal that I would like to do eventually. But for now, I'm just going to worry about getting a little home set up here and get a bit more familiar with some of the mechanics of TerraFirmaCraft. Anyway, so you can see we have a very nice collection of berry bushes and stuff. I have been stockpiling some Douglas fir logs. And we have a small farm over here by this little freshwater... Don't want to say it's a lake because it's connected to the ocean. I'm not quite sure what it would be. Let's go with estuary. So we have a bunch of stuff here. This is potatoes, though I gotta be honest, I actually don't think I can do anything with potatoes at the moment. This is either wheat or rye, and so is this, and so is that. These are bell peppers. I've actually already harvested some, and these are tomatoes. They're growing quite well, and the tomatoes and the bell peppers seem to grow fairly fast. The actual grains and stuff, they seem to be pretty slow when it comes to growing stuff, so I suppose it would make sense to plant a lot of these. Oh, and I also have sugarcane, though I don't know what I can use it for besides books. Oh, and it is worth mentioning, I did make one other change to my pack. I went ahead and added in Mind Tweaker. And the reason I did this is that for TerraFirmaCraft, there is pretty much nothing in the way of magic. And this includes some of the redstone mechanics that the game has in vanilla, and some things I would like to add back in, and some things I just understand why they don't fit, enchanting being one of them. The redstone's a bit of a wash. I think it's really useful, but it's just magical red powder that does stuff. Anyway, so what I went ahead and did is I actually created a replacement for the redstone lamp. So instead of being created using glowstone, this stuff right here, if you check, there's actually no recipe for using it right now. If we go ahead and pull up redstone lamp, you notice that it's not in my NEI list. And the reason that it's not there is because it is now called a brass light box. There we go, brass light box. Light box, which is created using brass sheets, any of the extra firmer lanterns, flint and steel, flux, and 4 glass panes. And I figure that way it's still sufficiently advanced in what tech exists in TerraFirmaCraft to make it plausible, but it does give me an access to a light that I can toggle on off with a lever or whatever. Alright. Why did I put these blocks here? Anyway, so on my journeys the other day, I actually finally found enough materials to create some metals and stuff, and I went ahead and I made up a bunch of bronze. So I was able to make a saw, a pick, and a prospector's pick, and I was able to cast each of these, which I'm very happy about. And I believe I may actually have enough materials to make another alloy, though it's not going to be bronze. It's, I think it's, where is it? It uses the bismuthinite, the sphalerite, which I believe is tin, and malachite, which is copper. So this should get me the bismuthinite bronze, and I know I'm stumbling over that, I'm sorry. So what we're going to do real quick, we're going to get this going, because this takes a good 7 minutes to cook up. And while it is kind of a waste cooking just one thing, that's all I really need right now. You know, that's not all I really need right now. Can I break that? Good. Let's go ahead and make a mold for a weapon. Yeah. So for the molds that we can do for weapons, we can make like a mace, which is good. We can make like I think I want to make a sword though, because the swords would be really good against zombies, I believe. There we go. Clay sword mold. Yeah, I can't look up the recipe for that. I'm stupid because you have to nap it. Well, form it. Oh, can you not break down clay blocks? Oh, there we go. Alright, so this is going to take 5 of these guys. And I believe to do this, I'm going to need a... I am probably doing this incredibly wrong. Yeah, I think I just wasted that. I tell you what, let me go ahead and... Alright, so since I actually now know how to make the mold, oh no, did I use up my clay? Oh, there it is. Wait. I had 10. That should only have taken 5. Pooh. Alright, well, it's not a loss. I have a shovel. So before we get this cooking up, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make a sword mold, which I now know how to do correctly. It's actually, I was very close. I have only put 2 more in than I should have. And I do know I have clay around here. I think it's, yeah, here it's some goldenrod over here. That means there's clay. Plus you can see it over there. We're just going to dig here though. Alright, that's enough. So we're going to go ahead and right click. Now to make the sword, it's a square with an inset square, another inset square, and a box. There we go, clay sword mold. Excellent. Alright, and then back to the house. So what we're going to do, we're going to use this to make a bronze sword, which should be pretty neat. I don't think I would make like a javelin or anything, because I seem to lose those. I mean, I'm not sure if it's just because they're breaking, or there's just something odd when they bounce off stuff. They just don't go anywhere, or they just disappear. Okay, let's go ahead and fill that up. We got it. Get some Douglas fir in here. We got that, and the last thing we need is a fire starter to get this thing cooking. And there we go. Alright, so while that's cooking, we're going to go ahead and play around with some of the tools and stuff we can make now. So using the, get out of there, Apple. Using the prospector's pick head and a stick will get me a bronze prospector's pick. Excellent. We're going to get a bronze saw. Achievement. Alright, and we're also going to go ahead and get a bronze pickaxe. And we're also going to hide any eye, since it's really not of any use except for Wayla. Alright, so one of the things that I'm really excited about for this is the saw, because now with the saw I can start making things like chests, which are going to be extremely useful. I can also make a crafting bench, which is going to get me a bigger crafting area here. Let's actually go ahead and do that now. I believe I want to... Yes, excellent. So 2 logs should get me 16 planks. And excellent. Okay, that's great. What I really like about this is that when you craft the work table, it actually just expands your inventory. It's so freaking useful. Only downside is, I believe if you die, you have to recraft, but I mean, really, that's nothing. Well, it's nothing as long as you have a saw. I will not be taking that with me on adventures. So I tell you what we're actually going to do is the first thing we're going to make is a tool rack or two. Because there's no reason that I need to be carrying around all of my precious materials. And let's make a chest. Oh, that's just awesome. Alright, we'll go ahead and put the chest in here, right on top of this rock. Alright. Oh, this is... I'm so happy. You have no idea how happy I am I can put stuff away now. Like, all this junk has just been collecting in my inventory because I had no other place to put it. Alright, and we're also going to go ahead and put the tool rack right here for now. And then you guys can go on there. Oh, that's just great. Can the fire starter go on there? No, and I better not do that and accidentally burn up everything. That would make me sad. No, but that can. Let's put the hammer on there too. I don't need it. Okay. So that's cooking. It's getting nighttime. So what are we going to do real quick? I tell you what. We're actually going to cut, and I'll go ahead and come back as soon as it is daytime and this is all cooked up. And then we are going to get started on planning out a house, because this cave is not going to do for long. No, sir. Alright, so it is a new day. The rain has gone. The sun has risen. It's actually almost noon, so we wasted a bit of time. But the main thing is this is done, and this is probably actually cooled already, didn't it? No, it didn't. Good. So we're just going to go ahead and pop in the sword mold here. Oh, there we go. Very excited about this. Alright. Bismuth bronze sword blade. Let's get a stick on there. Oh, a stick on there. There we go. Bismuth bronze sword. Medium large slashing. Plus 210 attack damage. I have been using knives, which are 40. And spears, which are like 60, so this is a heck of an upgrade, though I don't think it'll be so great against skeletons. However, in my area I've been mostly fighting zombies, so I think it might be okay. Over the course of the night I also did notice something pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and harvest these real quick. And combine these up to make them a single apple. Alright, so if you notice my hunger right down there in the bottom right, it's the really light green on the dark green. I just noticed this. If I mouse over a food, if I select it, it'll actually change the color of the unfilled portion. And it looks to be that that is the amount that I can fill up if I consume the stack, which is actually pretty freaking awesome. So if you only have a small piece, you can actually tell if it'll get you a full hunger or not. Let's go get some water. So one of the things I want to do is we need to make some buckets. And the reason we need buckets is I need to be able to fill some barrels. Go figure. How do we make barrels? Oh, that's easy. It's like a cauldron made out of wood. And we're going to make... we're actually going to make a little bit more than that, except... yeah, let's make 5. So what we are going to do... we're going to come down here by the reeds. I hope this works. I really, really hope this works. Alright, so that's good. And oh, get back here. I believe I can use this freshwater. Okay, good. How's that going? Okay, so that's completely full. Oh, I don't have an axe. Yeah, I think I need an axe for this. Let's go ahead and make an axe real quick. Anyway, what I'm doing is I believe I can use this to move a fairly good quantity of water to store it elsewhere instead of having to come back here to refill my ceramic jugs every time I need to. That way I can just like refill from a barrel. And I hope this works. I really do. Water. I wonder if that retains the fact that it's fresh water. Let's go ahead and put it down right over here and find out. Water. It does not look like it does. Oh, no, it... oh, that's great. That's excellent. That's a lot easier than what I've been doing. Okay, let's just go ahead and fill that back up now. Anyway, so I really wanted to get a house in this general area, and I'm thinking of where I have set up right now. That little hillside's not too great. I mean, I could level it out some if I really wanted to, but that's too much work. But right over here, I have my farm over by this little body of water right here, right? There's a small kind of a, I don't want to call it a ravine. It's not really a well, yeah, it's a ravine. There's a small ravine here. I don't want to build here. I'm not sure how stable the ground is. However, if we come over this way a little bit by all of these trees right here, I think this would be a good area, like right over here. The only downside is there's a little bit of dirt I gotta remove, but I mean, really, that's not a lot. So I tell you what, I've got to say, I'll tell you, I've got to stop saying I'll tell you what. I'm sorry about that. It is a very bad habit. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and clear away some of the land here, harvest up some of this grass as straw so I can put it away for later use. And then when we're ready to actually break land, I will join back up with you. Alright, so I may have run into a little bit of a problem here. I went ahead and I cleared out the area, the basic layout for the house I want to use. And I'm okay with the space that I have on the floor here. I mean, it could of course always be bigger. However, just the materials to make what I have here has cleared out all of the cobblestone I have, which I used for the border here. I have more pine trees I can cut down. However, I'm not really worried about that. What I'm worried about is the walls. I mean, right now, this is going to take a very large amount of material just for one side. I believe this is about 13, so on the conservative side, let's say that it's going to be about 52 blocks just for this back wall right here. So I'm going to need quite a few amount. Hey, get away. Oh, wow. Oh, I like the sword. Oh, yes, I do. Anyway, it's going to take quite a bit of resources, and I'm definitely not ready for this. Which means, unfortunately, that I'm actually going to have to table the house for now. I'm going to continue working on it. I'll give you some updates as to what happens, but it's not happening today, and it's probably not happening next episode. Well, actually, there's no reason for it not to happen since that's a week away. Alright, so there is one other thing that I would like to do. I'd actually like to get some materials. Specifically, I'd like to be able to get some smooth stones. Now, normally, like vanilla Minecraft, you could take cobblestone and just smelt it in the furnace to get the smooth stone. Needless to say, you can't do that here. The only real way that you can get smooth stones is by creating a situation in which the stones would drop and fall, which, amazingly enough, they don't break in the fall. And the way that we're going to do this is by, we're going to steal our pick over here real quick. That one. Alright, and on the back side of this hill that I have set up here, there is a huge chunk of rock. Here it is. And a pine tree. So what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to go ahead and chip away at this. If you notice we break it, we're just getting rocks. So that's exceptionally unuseful for building the smooth stuff. However, what is going to be useful is if I go ahead and poke this through. I'm sure there's like a super efficient way to do this, and I'm totally screwing it up, but this is the easiest way that I got right now. Alright, we need to get rid of this too. Alright, now currently these things are going to continue to float because they are joined together. So of this 3x3, I need to remove as few stones as I can and make it fall. So if I wanted to catch the most, I would remove 4 of them. So if I would take this one, the one right here, right here, and the last one right there. There we go. And that way I get 5 of the actual limestone blocks instead of just the rocks, which is very nice. And using this, I can actually get started on some more advanced stuff. But I want to actually use some of this for my house, which means I need to harvest out quite a bit of this stuff. And I'm not going to do that on camera. What I am going to do, though, is we're going to go have a little bit of fun with the prospector's pick. Let's go ahead and put this away. You know, I tell you what, let's actually move into the modern age here. That is an awesome door. Alright, we're going to put the saw up, since we're not going to be using it. And take the prospector's pick. Yeah, nothing around here. Large sample of tetrahedrite. That is copper. That's great. Oh, this is awesome. Let's actually go ahead and make some diggy thingies. Oh, are you kidding? I don't have any. Okay. Let's snap together some shovels. I wish there was a way to nap in bulk, though I do think that would kind of circumvent kind of some of the points of the mod itself. I wonder if ladders will prevent a cave-in. We're going to find out. So like right around here, it's a medium sample, traces, very large, very large. So it's like right over here. Okay, let's just dig down here then. Alright, so I've been mining here a little bit looking for the tetrahedrite, and I finally read the wiki and I feel like a complete moron. So one of the things mentioned in the wiki is that the way that the prospector's pick works is whenever you use it, it searches within a 25 by 25 by 25 area for the actual bit of ore. And if I found a very large sample from doing it on the surface for that block right there, right? That means at most this ore can only be 13 blocks down. Right? 13 down at most. So, I mean, like right here was a good place to search. However, what I did not do is I did not push further this way. I did not push further that way or this way. And I stupidly decided to go down. Mind you, I keep finding references to ores, and they're further away from than 25, so I suppose that's good. But what I should really do, though, is just dig on this level, since this is a good spot to check. Because if we check here, this is all dirt, and I'm sure it'll go up a little bit, but the rock layer is fairly tiny here, so I should have stayed on this top layer. So let's actually see if this will pan out. I finally found it. Oh, it took forever. If you look right over here, come here, Wayla. We have phyllite, 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 tetrahedrite, phyllite. And it's here, it's a little bit on the floor and a little bit over, so most of it should be coming this way, I believe. But I finally found it. This is awesome. I picked up a few pieces already. It's 15, so it's poor it is poor tetrahedrite, so it's not the great stuff. However, I will take anything at this point. So I'm great with that. That's great. I am, however, going to continue digging out this particular channel that I'm on here. So I only have one more to go here, actually. Let's see, it's more phyllite. So yeah, let's go ahead and get all of the tetrahedrite we see here. Oh, this is awesome. I would have gone past this stuff really easily too, because it blends in fairly well without any lighting down here, which I have to admit was stupid on my part. Rather than just go for crazy digging, let's continue what I was doing before. I've been basically digging a tunnel every 2 blocks. Well, it's every 4 blocks. That way that I can search a little bit quicker without having to go down every single row. Alright, so you may not know it, but it's actually been quite a little bit since the last time I checked in. It's been about 45 minutes. And of that 45 minutes, I spent a good... Well, let's just say I spent the vast majority of it, except for maybe 2 minutes AFK, mining out tetrahedrite. And just to give you an example of how much I got from that one little area, bam, check this out. I have 10 full stacks of 16 plus 8. It's 168 pure tetrahedrite. That's freaking amazing. The only downside to this is now I need to actually, smelt this stuff. That's going to be fun. I also ended up getting quite a bit of cobblestone and stuff, and I might look into making some like bricks and stuff for my house. Oh, that's a creeper. However, I think this is actually going to be nearing the end of it for me today. This is, after all that mining, my hand is kind of tired. Seriously, that was... Oh, this takes items. I didn't know that. There's something new every day here. I gotta tell you, I am really enjoying the way that TerraFirmaCraft is playing. It's definitely a lot of work to do this stuff, but I gotta tell you, the feeling that you get when you find that first vein of tetrahedrite after looking, and then you just realize you hit the mother lode, it's such a great feeling. I'm definitely looking forward to see some of the stuff that I can do in here and some of the mechanics that are in here and to make the game a little bit more interesting. Anyway, until then, I want to go ahead and thank you for watching this episode. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a message below. And as always, have a good day.